Hey y'all, so I'm prepping my face while I'm doing this little makeup thing. I'm gonna give y'all a story time. Story time gonna be about when I first met the love of my life. So, trying to think back. So probably about 21 years ago, when I was turned up in the clubs and stuff. Y'all remember how I told y'all that I would go to sleep. So, well, let's go back before that. So I had been like seeing him in the club because he was real tall and real dark, like what I had liked it. So this particular weekend we had went out and
Damn grown ass kids running in and out had fucked on my vibe. Back to the story.
okay. So back to it. So like I was saying, he was real tall, he was real dark. That's what I was attracted to. So this particular weekend, I had a little bit too much. So I was had went to my usual spot, which they had these couches in the club, but the couches were like in the back. Like the club had like two sides. So the back side where like the pool tables and stuff was, it was less turned. So I used to go over there and I used to go to sleep. So I had went over there and laid down and went to sleep. And my cousin, she was over there with me, so she was like a little bit ways away from me, but she could still see me. So I'm laying there, I'm sleeping good. So I wakes up and who's sitting next to me on the damn couch like a creep? The love of my fucking life, that's who. So when I woke up, I'm like, who is you? What I mean, like, what's going on? So my cousin came out there, she was like, what's going on? He like, she good. I'm watching her. I'm like,
Like you
oh,
should have been
okay.
watching me while you coming over there late. He could have got me.
He watching this his future babe while she's sleeping off this lick in the club. Ain't that cute? So anyway, so I wakes up. We we talks, and by this time, we had woke. I woke up. We talked, and the liquor had wore off. So I'm ready to get back up and get the party in. So I got back up. We didn't exchange numbers or nothing that night. So I don't think we did. No, we did. So the next weekend when we go to the club, it used to be a man in the club that used to sell like teddy bears and flowers and stuff like that. So a man had came to me and brought me this Winnie the Pooh bird and these flowers. So he was like yeah, these from, so he pointed like, so I'm looking over, so he standing there like he ain't really no smiley type like person. He always gotta be serious. But he looking over at me, so I'm like, I'm out. I'm like, thank you. So he like nodded his head like, like it's good. So he had my drunk ass didn't know at the time, but he had put his number in where the flower was at. So like I don't even think I had found the number then, cause like I said, I used to be told, like told. So the next weekend I went to the club. He was there, and he had came up to me, so we was dancing with him. He was like, why you ain't called me? And I'm like, cause I ain't got your number. not knowing that I had the number, but I didn't know I had the number. So he was like, so you didn't even look at the flowers or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I looked at them, but I ain't like look at them. So he was like, well, do me a favor when you go home, um, look at the flowers. I'm like, okay. So the next day when I had woke up or whatever, I looks, I see the number in the flowers on a little cord. So I called him. So, we had good little decent little conversation. He was like real sweet. Oh, so when he had told me look for the flowers and we had got done dancing, he had kissed me on my forehead. Baby, when I tell you about a forehead kiss, I had wanted to give him a baby right then and
Indeed.
there. So we we talked on the phone and started hanging out, getting to know each other. Like he was like hella sweet. So um he would come over and visit and stuff like that. So I'm like my little hot tail ass. I'm telling my older cousin, I'm like, he like he cool or whatever, but like
He was moving too
he
slow for
don't
me.
seem like
I was
he
fast.
like I could tell like he interested in me, but he don't seem like he interested. Back then, young, dumb, don't know the difference. So, she like, what you mean? I'm like, he just don't seem like, I'm like, when he come over, all we do is sit and talk, and when he leave, he'll give me a hug and give me that little funky little forehead kiss. I'm just playing. I love them forehead kisses. But anyway, so she was like, well, cousin, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know neither. I'm like, but some gonna have to give. But he always used to come visit me. So, um, this like a couple of weekends after me and him had been, I think we had been talking for about a month or two. So he was like, when you get off work Friday, you think you can get a babysitter and you can come chill with me. I'm like, and can and will and did. So I had my cousin had kept the kids for me, and so I'm telling my cousin, I'm like, look, I probably ain't gonna come back home tonight. I'm like, because we gonna have to take this a little bit further than what we been
I'm
having.
trying to get my
This
cookies
is enough is
tossed.
enough. So I gets off of work, I come home, take my little shower and stuff, tend to the kids, make sure my cousin all right. You got to make sure the babysitter's straight. So did all that, go to his house. So I'm like, boom, okay. So we at his house, we chilling or whatever. So it's getting later in the day. Like we was having a good time. We was talking. We had got food to eat. We was just chilling. So later on in the day, we had went because his room was down in the basement. So we had went down to his room or whatever. We was laying there watching movies or whatever. So things had started heating up, getting a little bit, spicy. So we doing what two supposed to be grown ups supposed to be doing or whatever. And it was
Baby,
getting a
call me
little
Little Caesars. I was hot and
hot and
ready.
bothered. So he like we in the middle of like a good hot kiss. So he stops like in the middle of the kiss. I'm like, and in my mind I'm laying there like, oh yeah, he finna, you better. So he just stops in the middle. I'm like, what is going on? I'm ready to fight. So he like, is you sure that this is what you want to do? Nigga, if you
I
don't
said, baby, is he gay?
get it the fuck together and give me what I'm been trying to get. So I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. That if you don't give it to me, I'm gonna fuck you up. But not that ain't what I said. I'm just like, yeah, I'm sure. So, babe, when I tell you that motherfucker had snatched my whole soul,
Still got it.
like, I don't even know. So, we um had our little relationship going on and blah blah this and blah blah that. I was I was wild. I ain't even gonna lie, I was wild. He was too. When you a street nigga, you have street bitches, but y'all know. So I wound up pregnant, and shit, had the baby. We I think we had broke up. She was like 1.5. We had broke up, and we ain't really like we didn't have like no for real like animosity towards each other. It was just like it is what it is because his attitude is nonchalant and my attitude is I don't give a fuck. Plain and simple, I don't give a shit. So we had went our own little separate ways and was basically like doing us. But every so often we'll slip up because it's always when it's that one you can't like never not like be involved with that person. So um almost 9 years ago I had ended a relationship with a fucking narcissist. We'll get into some of them stories later. But
And jump right back into a relationship with my
me and him
love.
had me and my love had I don't know. I think I had a friend request from him in Facebook or something. But I was trying to be good, so I had like just left it in there. So while me and my ex was going through what we was going through, it was a lot behind it. I'm gonna tell y'all about that. But when we was going through all that and I was dealing with a whole lot of stuff with him and everything else. So just so I was just looking through my little Facebook page or whatever, and I'm like, I ain't never, return his friend request. So I had accepted his friend request. As soon as I had accepted his friend request, he was like, "Bow, hey, how you been? I ain't heard from you in a while," and blah blah this, and we just got to talking and chit chatting and shooting the shits and all that, and um, just having like regular little old conversation. Then the conversation turned a little bit flirty, but I had already knew that. So this was around Easter time, so I had cooked and stuff, and some of my family was coming to the house, so I had invited him to the house, and he came to the house, sang the kids and all this and all that, and shit, he ain't never went nowhere.
We still together.
That was 9 years ago. We still been rocking, so like it is what it is. That's my little, that's my little story time. It's been 21 years of us knowing each other, and I want to say like a good 10 years of us being in a relationship, and 10 years of us like hitting and missing with each other. But how the old saying go, if it's if it's meant to be, it'll come back. So that's what I believe, like what it is, cause we got a cool little relationship, little friendship, and I tell people in a minute, that's one of my best friends. So, like I said, it is what it is. So next time we'll do a different story time. I don't know if Taylor will be here and we'll do a club story time, or will she do a story time by herself, or will I do another story time? I don't know, but I'm gonna finish getting into this little makeup. Cause I just been running my mouth. I supposed to have been doing my damn makeup while I was running my mouth. But oh well. It was a good little story. So happy New Year's. Everybody be safe. Have a blessed one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I don't know if I'll see y'all
Okay,
next
so if y'all
time
don't
or
notice, my
y'all can tell
ADHD
next
be
time or
acting up
whatever. We'll
and I
see.
just get
So
the
y'all have a
rambling,
great
but
one.
I did
Bye.
finish the makeup, and here we go.